Again with another one. Hello, my name's Atticus Standy and I'm here today to work on my game. Yay! Time to work on my video game, but I'm working on fixing my stream setup right now. I zoomed in last time and that looked like that cooked everything, so I'm currently attempting to fix that. Properties. Let me see what happens if I go to Tools, Plugin Manager. I have a script that like does zooming in and out. So what if I do this, close, tools, scripts, refresh. Oh, there you go. Just clicking the refresh button worked. Nice. Okay. We back at it. And probably just gonna spend an hour writing the next portion of my game, most likely. I think I'm gonna start working on like the class cards as well. So what are gonna be the daily notes for today? And let me bring up my my sauce. My YouTube live stream menu type thing. Content live right now. Live stream, great. Can I like just view the live stream? Go to live stream? Yeah, view in live channel. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful. Okay, I have everything set up and ready to go so I can read chat if anybody decides to pop in while I'm doing this writing. But I think today what I'm going to do, and let me make this daily note, I think today I'm going to work on two things. One, I'm going to make a checkbox. And the first thing that I'm going to be working on is writing out the class features for the game and potentially writing some of the artifacts that players can collect in the game. Okay. So, and by class features, I mean the cards that you can collect for your classes. So the idea is going to be, and the main idea for this game, and let's go over to that section now. So, episode 1. Where's my... Ah, it's labeled in alphabetical order for this. Okay, so let's go to the enemies. No, this is me going for the data types, mechanics, class cards. Okay, great. So this is like the example of a class card. And I kind of had wrote the 10 class cards I want you to be able to collect in the game. So we're going to start talking about the details of those class cards here. So the first one that we're going to do is going to be Echo's base card. Echo base card. Now I'm going to Echo class card. Now every card comes with a passive ability, a primary attack, a secondary attack, and an ultimate attack. So those all come together. Then we're going to have descriptions of feelings, or description of feeling of class, the viability. Then we're going to talk about the picture references for class card. Yeah. So and I think I'm going to duplicate this a bunch of times, and then let me duplicate it a bunch of times. Duplicate, make a copy, make a copy, make a copy. Let me rename these. This one's gonna be for the wild sharpshooter. This one will be wild sharpshooter. What is it? Name cannot. Oh. Mm-hmm. Waster Nomad. Signal cultist. Signal cultist. Thinking of adding another one called Sinner. We had that in the TTRPG game that one of my friends helped make. So I'm thinking of actually making one called Sinner, and it's gonna be like a vampire style cowboy aesthetic mixed with some other flair involved. Mm-hmm. We might have that as well. Signal cultist. New note. Sandweaver. New note. Shadow shaman. Let's make a bunch of more duplicates. Make a copy, make a copy, make a copy. I guess I don't need to name this class card. I could just name this Echo because we're under class cards, right? So wait, if I type in here, I just made new ones, it's okay. Class card. Gonna have Shiner Hoarder, that's gonna be one of them. That one's gonna have to do all with money. Shiner Hoarder. Did I put Shadow Shaman in there already? I did. Worm Warden. Worm Warden. Rust Prophet. Is there any others? Rust Prophet. And then the loser, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we need to think of the passives. So for Echo, right? He's going to be mainly using his fist. This is going to be like a melee class. However, he's also he's a crank. So I'm thinking of adding some elements to him where they have a robotic kind of feeling to it. I want him to be like a little magical robot kind of. Like he's going to be like a little magical. He's going to use like sin as like um his primary source of skill. Like sin. Signal. His signal is going to be like a primary source of his skill and what he's going to do. So now I just have to think and develop that on some level. So here we go. So what will his passive ability be? So I'm thinking we're going to have for his passive ability every. Should I have him more like primary ability based? Maybe I'll have him primary ability based and then I'll make his secondary ability. I should call these abilities. Ability, 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 ability. This I definitely feel like it should be akin to kind of like if anybody's ever seen Blitzcrank ult. Like I feel like he's just gonna have like an AOE. Yeah, blast. Thinking that this is gonna scale off magic. Scales off magic and or scales off cipher ability and alt recharge. Not surrounds echo that does a large burst of damage. Mm, Let me think of his passive. I think I'm giving him like a pretty basic passive. What could the passive be? I have to kind of think about it. Well, his primary ability I see as Bionic Punch, something of that nature. I'm thinking of just seeing him like you keep clicking like on your primary skill key and he does a 3-hit combo. I'm gonna have each of his abilities scale off each of the 4 stats. Like there's 5 of them, but influence I'm not gonna have be a thing, obviously. So Cypher, his trail. So I'm thinking for trail. Echo can punch his claw into deal generators. Bionic weapon. Echo can use his third ability to feeling very just like quiet today, focused to adjust the. I should have my phone near me. Be right back 1 second. I should have my phone near me before I get. Oh, wait, I have my phone. It's right here. Okay, so here we go. bombs, iron fist, grit, signal gun. We're gonna have like a cool gun that he'll whip out or something. Junk gun. Yeah, on some energy like this. Robot junk arms. Class is meant to feel a bit of everything and randomness this game has to offer. It is supported by synergizing with both of its abilities to swap out weapons and play a more hit and run style of gameplay. 2 out of 3 of the weapons are meant to be ranged because okay, so that's that for Echo's thing. I think that's like a good just general idea for now for that. That honestly might be good to just start off with, and then maybe I'll work on all the ideas of the other classes later, or maybe I should start thinking of the other classes. Let me get the descriptions of all the classes first, or not. I guess I should be thinking about the passives and their abilities and everything before I go into more detail. Alright, here, one at a time. Rust Prophet. This is gonna be our, like, dot class, so it's gonna be like you, like, rust everything. You're gonna be able to rust people's weapons, make them slower. You're gonna be able to do damage over time. That's kind of the idea. So, all, um, I'm thinking of making it so that you gain stats based on how many people you have rusted. Or maybe not, maybe not. What would be some good ideas for a doc class? Maybe it heals. For every enemy with a dot on them, you heal a small percentage of the damage done, essentially sucking the rust out of them with your life force type beat. Additionally, dot upgrades are twice as effective on you and deal great damage. Primary attack. Maybe I do the passives for each of them first. Sandweaver. Here, wait, let me copy this. Boom. Let me copy all of these. Boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Like so. Thinking. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's think of the Sandweaver's passive now. Now this I'm thinking is gonna be like a very like I want this to kind of be like gravity manipulating. You're gonna be able to like move players. So I'm thinking of having the passive be um but I guess then I would have to add like collision. But I guess if you add collision it's fine. This is gonna be too hard to do. Thinking we could do this. Influence times 2 meters. All attacks and you have a chance to do no damage times 2 cipher. Additionally, each of your primary abilities gains knockback. For every enemy with a dot on them, you heal a small portion of damage. Echo's arms change between weapons just from melee's alien arms. Echo could use the third ability to adjust. Additionally, something else here. I don't know what else yet, but something else here. Passive ability. Okay, so passive ability for Shadow Shaman. Yeah. Every time you kill an enemy, they have a 3 time or maybe a 5 times cipher because that gives you up to a 25% chance. 5 times cipher chance to resurrect as a shadow for 30 seconds and attack nearby enemies. This is cipher, cipher, cipher. A lot of these are cipher. This will be iron. You can see the range. You attack weak points. I guess this isn't really going to be a part of the game. Kill on an enemy. Your ultimate gains 2 charges. Worm Warden. The loser's gonna scale off trail shit. Oh, definitely you gain movement speed. You gain movement speed additions equal to 20 times 20, maybe not 20, I don't know. 10 times your current trail. 10 times trail. Additionally, you always avoid 1 attack per Maybe not avoid one. Additionally, you gain an additional dodge charge on your character. I feel like Echo's passive's too crazy, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Gain additional severity equal to your grit. You deal 20% more damage to boss characters. To boss style characters. Or damage based on your missing health. 1% per missing. This might be too many things. That's fine. We'll make it broken for now. Cooldowns are reduced by 2 every time. This is supposed to be like pump up your skills. I didn't add center. Center. Yo, what's up, Pops? Yeah. Yeah.
Can you get my mail from outside?
Okay.
Steve says any money and call me.
Okay. Wow, you need it now? Okay.
Alright, you're leaving now?
No, I'm working.
Okay, just let me know.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Be right back. BRB. I'm back. Time to do the primary attacks. All right. For Rust Profit, class is meant to be a damage over time class. All right. Actually gonna stop there. Got other stuff to do. We'll come back to this later when I'm in a better mood slash need to lock in. I did a decent amount of stuff. I got rid of all the passive abilities down that I kind of want in my game. Yeah, catch you up.